Hello, I'm Kathy, the Adult Services Librarian at the Waynesville Library branch of the Haywood County Public Library. And I would like to show you this month in an episode of What Should I Read Next? Different ways that you can actually find your own next favorite book. I'm going to show you a couple of different really great resources that you may not be aware of. So the first thing I want to show you is I've got a couple samples here of the brochures that I make and have available at the Waynesville Library. I've got a whole rack of these up at the circulation desk, various reader's advisory lists and lots of different compiled lists for you. For example, this one is Publishers Weekly Best Books of 2021. And in this, I've listed all of their best of 2021, organized by genre and whether it's fiction or nonfiction. Another one that's really popular is this ALA Best of 2021. There's a whole bunch of these at the desk for you to take and use. You can actually use them as a list. When you've read one of the books, you can scratch it out and kind of keep it in one of your books and bring it with you to the library. A lot of people have found these to be very helpful, and I've added some new ones lately, so you might want to come by and check those out. I also have some online resources that I would like to show you next. All right, the first resource that I would like to introduce you to is called Goodreads. You can go to goodreads.com, sign up for an account. It's free, and you will be signing in with your Amazon account, your email, or by your Google account. And then once you get in there to the Goodreads site, they're going to want to figure out what you like. What are the kind of books that you're reading? So the first thing you'll want to do, and it will ask you to do this, is choose a bunch of books that you enjoyed. So I have 40 in my list, and I'll just pull that up real quick here and show you. So I went through and rated a bunch of books that they had suggested, and you'll see some have 4 and some have 2. That's to help them get a feel for what it is that I like. There's several here that have 5 stars. The algorithm then will be able to choose better suggestions for me. So what is the point of Goodreads? Well, you can keep track of everything that you've read in here. You can see what your other friends are reading, and you can track what you're reading, what you have read, or what you want to read. So that is a really helpful thing for a lot of people, to make a list of things that you want to read later. Currently reading right here on the left, want to read, and then I have already read, and that's where you see the 40 right there. There's a couple other great things about Goodreads. Under community, let's say, for example, that you want to look at group discussions, and you can see the first one is Read with Jenna, and that is the Today Show book club. And there's lots more, if you'll see as I'm scrolling down here, for any kind of type of reader that you are. There's young adult. There's also Oprah's official book club on here, and you will want to choose what genres you like, what your favorites are, so that it can help you find the next great book that you want to read. So under recommendations, you go over to the right here where my cursor is right now, and you'll see all these are your favorite genres. And if you want to expand it even more, click on all genres. So basically, you can use this as a reading diary journal that some people keep. You can do it here. You'll see over to the right, it's given me some recommendations, and this one is recommended because I like The Glass Hotel. So if you want to read it, then you just click on that green Want to Read. So if you're looking for what you're reading right now and find me something else like it, right here where it says what you're reading, where my cursor is on the left over here, this is where you would enter what you're reading right now. So you can see that there's all kinds of different tools that you can use here. And there's more than I could mention right here. You'll just have to get in here and start clicking on some different categories. But you'll see, what are you reading right now? I'll go ahead and enter. And if you'll notice that it did not just pull up A Man Called Ove, it also pulled up other books like it, other books by him, questions here for book clubs, highlighted the book A Man Called Ove. And so you'll get all kinds of interesting hits when you put in what you're reading right now. Over here to the right is related shelves. You can see there's an incredible amount on here of different books that are used as data points for helping you find what you want to read next. Another great thing is Listopia. I'm going to click on that right there and show you. I love reading off of lists, and I know a lot of you do too, because I've talked to you about it in the library. It's so great to see these lists someone has already compiled for you. So look right here. If you like books such as A Man Called Ove and A Gentleman in Moscow, which I did, I love both of those books. So right away, I've got a great list here already created for me. And here is the descriptors: charming, enjoyable, soothing, a slice of life. It's just really fun to look down here and see how many that I've already read too, because I do like this genre. And so off to the right, you can rate it if you've already read it, or you can click on Want to Read, and that will go in your list. So if I click on Where'd You Go, Bernadette, which was another book that I really loved, and you scroll down, you can read reviews. And that can be really helpful when you're trying to decide if you want to read a book or not. If it has spoilers, it will warn you, and they're hidden. So you won't find out who done it if you haven't read the book yet, unless you click on that. So that's just another wonderful feature of it. Reading reviews is a lot of fun and can really help you decide what you want to read. So like I said, there's more in here than I could possibly show you in a few moments. But if you get in here and start clicking around, you will be amazed at all the different lists and categories. And it's just a wonderful website for us bibliophiles to help kind of keep everything organized. So if you give it a try and you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. I'd be happy to help you. The next thing that I would like to show you in your search for your next favorite book is how to use a little trick on our library catalog that you may not be aware of. I'm going to demo a couple of my favorite books and show you how this works. So I recently read Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Absolutely loved it. And so if I want to find something else like that, I entered Four Winds into the search box, and it came right up. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and click on the title of the book. And once it pulls up and we scroll down, you'll see under Awards, Reviews, and Suggested Reads, it's this little column right here. It gives you similar titles and similar authors. And what's really great about it, and this is what I love, is that it gives you the genre, which is historical fiction, but it also gives you some of the descriptors. What is it about this book? How would you describe it? And the terms are dramatic, engaging, lyrical, richly detailed. So that's how it was able to pick these other two books, is matching these search terms right here. And I love that because it doesn't necessarily have to be set during the Dust Bowl era like Four Winds is, but it needs to have some of these qualities. And I've found that the choices that it comes up with are just great, the similar titles and similar authors. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see readers' reviews. You can read reviews on Goodreads by clicking right there. And also, if you look down here, you can sign up for the library newsletter, where my cursor is right now, and tell the newsletter that you want historical fiction, and that's what it will suggest to you. Of course, you can suggest that it let you know about various different genres and types of books. That's just one of the choices you can get. But you'll get a newsletter then with new historical fiction when it comes in. So this is a great way to see what else is like something that you enjoyed. Let's do one more. Another one is a man called Ove. Great book. I just read his most recent book, Anxious People. I thought that was pretty great too. So you click on the title again, scroll down, and there you go. Rachel Joyce's Pilgrimage of Harold Fry is a fantastic book. And again, it's suggesting similar titles. And why? Well, you look down here, you'll see the appeal. It's engaging, thoughtful, upbeat, and witty, quirky and sympathetic themes. It's just really using those terms to help find another book like it for you. And there's, again, read reviews on Goodreads. So hopefully this will help you. If you have a list of some books that you just really loved, why don't you give it a try? Enter it into our catalog, click on the title, scroll down, and see what other wonderful books it is describing that you may also like, and give it a try. The next resource I would like to highlight for you is one of my very favorites, and you can access it through the library's website, which is haywoodlibrary.org. It's called Novelist Plus. Let me show you how to get there. So you go to our website and you hover over services and then go down to online resources. Click on that. And this will take you to all of our online resources. I suggest that you go through the whole list. There's some really great stuff in here. But today I just want to highlight Novelist Plus. The difference between Novelist and Novelist Plus is that Novelist also has nonfiction. Novelist Plus is the expanded version. Novelist simply has fiction. So when you get to this site here, you're going to have to choose your library. So just scroll down to Haywood and choose that. And because I had already logged in earlier, it took me right to Novelist Plus. But you will just need to enter your library card number and your PIN. And your PIN code is the last four of your phone number on record. Okay, so once you're in, you'll see that right away it's suggesting, I'm in the mood for books that are, and then it suggests moody and atmospheric. It'll pop up different subjects, different genres all the time. It's kind of fun. You can just go through some lists of things that you maybe not normally read. You can browse genres. But one thing I really like it for is, for example, if you don't know the title of the book, but you just want a book set in Japan, 1930, and then put in the keyword women, you'll see that's the example up here. It will find books that uses those descriptors. So that's kind of fun if you don't have the title. But let's put in a title of a book that we know that we loved. I've chosen Gilead by Marilynne Robinson, one of my favorite books. And you'll see that it gives a quick description of the book right here where my cursor is. And then it is part of a series, so that's also a link that you can click on. And right here, this is what I wanted to show you. Title read-alikes, author read-alikes, and series read-alikes. This is a great resource for finding other things like a book that you loved. And then it tells you why they chose it, which I think is phenomenal, because then you can agree or disagree with the reason they chose it and maybe not read the book that they chose for you because it doesn't quite match up with what you loved about the book. So, for example, The Whistling Season, another book that I loved, the reason that they chose it, because it's a character-driven historical novel, has a male narrator, just like Gilead, and it's told lyrically and leisurely paced. So not a lot of big adventure in this story. It's a lot of dialogue and slow moving. Absolutely lovely story. And it says it's reflective, just like Gilead. So I love it that it really gets into detail about why it was chosen for you. So this is a great help to me. Read likes. The other thing that I wanted to point out to you is this check availability. So if you go and click on that, you can go to the catalog, see where it says go to the catalog right here. It'll take you to our catalog and you can put the book on hold for yourself. So that is a great resource as well. If you look over here to the left, there's genre, theme, character, storyline, writing style, time period. I mean, it really gets into detail of the makeup of a particular book. And that can be very helpful, especially if you only know about the time period, but you don't know the title of any of the books. You just want to read something in the Civil War era. You can go to time period and tell it exactly what years you're interested in. Audiobooks, series, authors, lists, and articles about books as well. So you can see that this will be a great resource for you if you've got some books that you really love and you want to find something else like it. So give it a try. Go to the library's webpage again, just to reiterate how you get there. Go to the library's homepage, and then you go to online resources and to Novelist Plus. And have fun looking for your next favorite book. So there you have it. Some different resources for you to use to help you find your next favorite book. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to email me. And thanks so much for watching.